Hello everyone, welcome here at Your World or Mine. Show me yours and I'll show you mine. And today we have beautiful Aretha here. She's all the way from Zambia. And there's a few things about her that you will discover very soon, which I'm really delighted about. And as you know, I'm from another planet and my people are extremely interested and curious about what is happening in your world, Aretha. So, what is it like to be alive at this moment in time?
Hi, everyone. Right now, being alive in this moment and at this time, it's amazing, it's exciting, it's beautiful, it's indescribable. It's indescribable, but it's just to flow with the nature and the beauty of everything around. It's a blessing that I don't take for granted.
Oh, that's beautiful. And you might notice that sometimes we'll have a little disturbance in our connection.
Yeah.
And it's just because I'm on another planet and Aretha's here in Africa. So just stay with us. And it's actually part of the fun that we can actually be able to communicate in this way from different places. So Aretha, I love what you're saying, that it's extraordinary to be alive right now on Earth. And what do you see as the opportunities that the ones who came more recently have these days? That's different perhaps when the older ones came into the world. What do you think? Are there new opportunities for the young ones, or what changed? What's happening?
I think a lot has also changed. I think looking at you, our parents, where you come from, I think things were quite subtle. They were quite easy and manageable. Your information was quite controlled. Yeah, but now as we are growing up in our generation, we've got so much information at our disposal. Even when as young as 1 year, 2 years, as long as a child can read, can see stuff on TV, they are loaded with so much information that their mind can't process. And I think that normally poses a bit of a challenge, such that you find that even sorting out things that those days our parents would just guide us on, these days it's like you've got 1,000 ways to sort out one thing. And with having Google on the side, you have a shortcut to life. So we've as this new generation, we've been deprived of the process of learning in a natural manner. Now we are like hybrids growing very fast. You have to fly very fast. You have to talk very fast. Everything is like fast. But I think you as our parents, but now we've got so many things around that are aiding our growth. And I think somehow we're missing a bit of tangibility that you people enjoyed. But yeah, our template is quite different from yours. But it's exciting.
You know, you're mentioning so many interesting things that on my planet we are fascinated about, but we are also here to support the younger generations, because we are quite aware that it's completely different to grow up at this time and to live. And like you say, just all this information coming to you all the time.
Yeah.
What to keep, what to focus your attention on, what is useful, how to decide that. So your decision-making processes are completely different. Yes. You need other tools inside of your beautiful body to use, to understand, and to really put your attention to something that's useful in the moment. So it's incredible that someone like you now share this with me, because that's one of my passions, to really help the younger generations to evoke other abilities within themselves, that they can cope much better at this time, and not only cope, but that they can also thrive. And you mentioned the thing about being a hybrid, that things are coming so quickly at you. With the visual world that you live in, you don't really have to use your imagination much, because everything is coming at you. So there's different parts of your brain that you not really have to use because of everything that's available. And then you have to have other abilities to now make sense of it, you know. what's, like to give it context and meaning for yourself. So that sounds incredible. But what do you yourself do to manage in such a world?
Sorry, you were cutting a little bit, but if I can get what you said, you say, what have I done to manage this whole process?
Yes.
Something I've also taken interest is in to understand our parents, how they learned, and then something also that has really helped me also is reading books, especially hard copy books. That gives me a certain level of patience and learning than going online. So that to me has given me a certain balance to know that, there's this soft copy kind of reading on your phone or on your tablet or laptop, but you can still walk into a library or buy a hard copy book and read. So sometimes when I do such things that are kind of like, if we want to say that, they help me balance up, knowing that, okay, there's technology, but there's still hard copy, it's still working, it's still relevant. I still take note of my activities in a notebook. So that brings me to life such that if my phone has died, I don't need to panic that, I've lost my program, my reminder is on my phone. I still have learned to work alongside with technology and with hard copy things. So I don't rely so much on whatever has to extinct, because a book, you always move with it and it will be safe. But for a phone, you need to move with a charger, with a power bank, and you have to have internet, and you have to have all that kind of thing. So I still use text message, SMS, I still use notebooks, I still write, I still maintain a postal box, a physical post box office. Yeah, and then just talking to adults and taking time to listen when they are telling you, especially when it comes to advice. Even when it comes to business, I still want to record things in a book manually. As much as there's a system, there's an accounting package, there's what, I still want to write in my book. I still want to understand. So I normally have to balance in between knowing that I shouldn't be too treated on technology or the modern way of doing things, and I forget the old way of doing things. I still want to cook just normal temperature on the stove or on the brazier. Yeah, we in Africa, we love culture. Yeah, so for me, I've kind of learned to fast from what really takes too much of my energy and my time.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah,
and I love what you're saying, that you love still to write, and there's something about writing with your hand, and like you say, holding a book in your hand. And when I turn the pages,
yes,
I use more senses. I'm not using only my eyes.
Yes.
The turning of the page is my hand. So there's a sensory, a touch sense available.
Yes.
And
Exactly.
And when you write, there's something that happens in the brain and in the body that's very different from just reading.
Yes.
Because as you write, that information goes through your arm towards your brain.
Yes.
So it comes to you in a different way, and not only from seeing. So there's a lot more senses available and used. So the fact that you have to remember so many things is not relevant, because it's happening spontaneously that way. And as you write with your hand, it ingrains even more.
Yes. You feel a certain level of energy that is flowing in you. You get a certain level of creativity, like you are conversating with the universe. Everything just comes in unison. That is when you're writing on your own. And also, have you noticed that when you're actually reading a hard copy book, there's a certain level of attachment you get. You can easily narrate it to someone, and then you don't see adverts popping up, disturbing you, or the straining of your eyes because of the light or anything. So you find that the certain level, you find that there's a certain level of intimacy that you feel when you're doing something physically without any connection of software between the two of you.
Yeah, you mentioned something also. I think it's really powerful what you just mentioned. Is the fact that you speaking about an interaction between you and the book,
Yeah.
between when you do something, there's some type of interaction going on. It's not a one-way
Yes.
thing. So it is, and there's a relationship that you speak about, like when you have the book. It's the attachment you have to it. It's a relationship you have to this beautiful book, and
Yes.
and that teaches us social skills as well. Because from a social skills perspective, social skills is all about engagement, how I engage with you, how I relate with you and to you. But when it's just but when it's like this, there's nothing coming back. I'm just seeing one way. Yes.
Nothing. There's no energy flowing. And in fact, because you're giving out so much of your energy, you're getting drained. You're getting irritated. Someone walks into the room, finds you on your phone or on your laptop, you get irritated. Why are you disturbing me? But if it's a book, you'll be able to close it down properly and say, oh, hi, you are in. You've come to join me while I'm reading this book. And you could see that as our parents in your generation, you had high levels of social intelligence. You could greet a visitor, you could welcome a stranger, because while your social intelligence was devices, and devices don't talk to us, they don't talk back to us. So you find that even the social intelligence of our generation has reduced. We hardly interact with our normal, real human being. So that has robbed us of social intelligence. Now we think being socially intelligent, play games online, you know, you think that's socially intelligent, but that is damaging. Socially intelligence is you need to talk to a stranger, introduce yourself and strike a conversation without lifting your, having a real-time discussion, feeling each other at that particular moment, because that's the only way you can have a two-way flow of energy between two people. Yeah, that's been my experience.
Wow, I love what you share, because you're confirming everything that I've been working for.
I love that. Awesome.
It's for me, it's and the way that you speak about the energy flow and getting drained, because you don't get anything back, you just give. And I know myself how easy it is to also drain yourself like that, because you don't even realize it. It just happens. Because there's this constant demands for your attention, and there's not a flow of energy. And to live, we need to breathe and have a flow of energy.
Yes.
And you speak so beautifully about the social intelligence part, which is so important of being a human being. That makes us a human being, the fact that we can actually interact with other people and with other things.
Yes.
That makes us human. So we're not just a brain that can perceive things, we are a body.
That's why a human being has got the three parts of the soul, the spirit, and the body. So the body has got its own needs, the soul has got its own needs, the spirit has got its own needs. So if you're not careful, you won't balance up your three areas of your being. So it's either you end up overfeeding your spirit, then it means you've neglected your soul and your body. If you end up overfeeding your body, it means you've neglected your spirit and your soul. So you got to strike a balance. How do you feed your spirit? How do you take care of your body? How do you take care of your soul? These are normal things where we reason and our will and all that kind of thing. So to be a fully balanced person and enjoying life, all these areas have to be taken care of and nurtured properly.
So when you think of younger people, when you spoke about social intelligence, there's something that I want to ask you about. That is the fact of being afraid of things outside of you, because it's only when I'm with somebody that I can feel safe and comfortable.
Yes.
But now the less I engage with other people, the more fearful I become of the outer world, because I'm not used to it. I'm not used to going out there and engage with strangers and talk to them. So I become fearful. So I might I walk like this, and I walk close to my phone like that. I don't see anything around me. So there's so much more happening around me that I'm also not being aware of. although I get all the information from here, but it has not necessarily any meaning for me, because it doesn't necessarily improve my life, because it's just it's just an overload of information, but nowhere to really use it, like with a relationship, with physical action. There's not much opportunity for that. So how would you then say, in these days that's happening now, can younger people improve their social intelligence?
Definitely yes, because this has been part of the human nature. Social intelligence is part of human nature. So definitely our generation can fulfill social human intelligence. We can always up it. It's just a matter of decision. I always say life is a matter of decisions. So it's about choices and making decisions. So you choose to say, today I'll fast from anything that is electronic and anything that is draining my energy. Today I want to talk to my kids. Today I want to talk to my brother or my sister. Today I want to actually drive or take a walk down the street to visit my friend. It's a choice you've made, and therefore make a decision and follow it. So you say, I want to go and shop maybe for a new pair of shoes. I want to get it online. Deliberately just go to the shop, go to the mall, talk to a human being. I'm looking for size 5. So how are you? Okay, I'm fine, I'm good. Oh, you know, that way you start interacting with the person, and you might be thinking you are maybe more challenged or you've got maybe more problems. You'll be shocked that the next minute you open up and you're talking maybe to a salesperson, you'll be shocked that they've got more challenges than you. So thereby, when you're interacting with that person and you're encouraging them, you're equally developing your social intelligence. You are reading in between the lines. You're getting exposed to other people's lifestyle. You're getting exposed to what is happening, actually, the actual thing happening in the area and the environment you're in. You wonder how these phones we have, not to diss or anything, you get so much news around the world, but do you hardly get the news around your neighbors? Do you hardly get news around your family? You don't. Why? Because you've blocked your social intelligence to get in touch with family, to get in touch with friends. But you get, oh, this part of the world, this is happening, and mostly it's over draining news. But how do we then react to the immediate thing, to the immediate family, your niece, your nephew, your mother, your father? Have you gone to actually see them than the phone? You see, so we need to make a decision. We need to make a choice and then do that. Otherwise, it's in us. You can't survive alone. You're a living organism. Therefore, for you to survive, you need other nutrients to take in, and as you are taking out some of them. So how do you then replenish if you become you need the sunshine in your life? You need the moon, you need the stars. So same as for us to be socially intelligent, we need to talk to different people, we need to do different activities just to replenish ourselves as we are taking out some energy that we don't need out of our body. So it's part of us because we are living human beings. So we need the social intelligence part, and yes, we can change that. Yes, we just have to make a decision. And an intentional decision, intentionally.
I like the way that you share the word intentionally. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it has to be intentional. So, because you get overtaken by the world.
And you have to make that intention every single day. You know,
every single
day. Because lots of things going to come on your path, and you constantly have to make that decision and that intention. So, considering all this that's happening, what is your passion about?
Wow. My passion for this world is just to give life and hope to the next person, is to uplift another person just right next to me, regardless of class, regardless of race. I believe all of us are same. We are human beings. We are living, we are breathing the same air. And so for me, everyone is love. So when I look at you, the first thing that flows out of me is love. I want to give you. So my passion for this world is I want to see people give, because I want to give. I'm ready. I'm willing. For those who want my advice, who want my help, who want my company, as long as I can do it, I'm there. I'll help. I'll connect. So my passion for this word is to see all of us give. So when we learn to be selfless and to give, it means we're going to fight things like corruption, greed, selfishness. Imagine all these things come because people want to get. But if we decided to stop and say, let's give, it means we're giving health to other people, we're giving education to other people, we are empowering others to stand for themselves, we are empowering the world to be a better place because we are giving. Life is all about giving, and it will be given back to you. Same as taking care of the universe, the world. We need to nurture it. And it gives us back what? Oxygen, beautiful scenery, clean water. It's just those simple things. Let's give love. Let's give love. Let's give life. If someone is in a challenging situation, ask yourself, how can I help? If you can't help, you will definitely know someone in your circle who can help. So if no one can help in your circle, you reach out. You say, guys, there's this that is going on. Who can help? So it's all about reaching out and giving and saving this world for our benefit. And yes, be compassionate. Yeah, be loving. See the good in everything. And the good will also flow back to you. Definitely, I believe in that. You give out, it will definitely come back to you.
I can feel it. I can feel it as you speak about it. And you know, what I've learned as well on all my journeys is, I know the word give and take can have sometimes a negative connotation. Because some people believe if they just give all the time, they will be depleted. They will not get anything back. But it's not true. Because what you in fact do, if you, especially the way that you speak about it, is you share. That's different from giving.
Yes.
Because with giving, there's always the perception somebody must give something away. You know, they've got less.
Yeah.
But with sharing, it's an abundant overflow. Like you say,
exactly.
It always comes back to you. And the more
the choice
you
of
share,
words.
and the more you share, the more comes back to you.
Yes.
And nobody loses. And nobody loses. Nobody's depleted. Nobody.
Definitely. So, and you know, like, so as a choice of words, I would definitely borrow the word share. And that's definitely what I meant when I mean to give. So you're sharing. Yeah. So even just you and me sitting here and having this conversation, we're sharing. And it's reaching to masses. So sometimes sharing might not mean you giving out the money, or you giving out your space, or you giving out all of your clothes out, or you giving out all of your money. No, it's about even just talking a story, your experience in life. That's sharing, because you don't know what effect it will have on the next person. Because the next person equally has their own battles they're fighting with. But if you just share your story, you leave it there, you've just given life to somebody. You've given, you've shared. That's beautiful.
That is beautiful.
That's beautiful.
And I can feel it again in my whole body. All my cells are very happy in this moment. And you know,
that's endless beauty.
And you know, I was thinking about yesterday that in this current world with all this technology and communications available, we receive so much every day. We don't pay for it. If you think of the amount of information coming towards you freely on the internet, on Google, you mentioned Google earlier, you don't pay for it. Like in the past when I was young, if I wanted information, I had to pay for it.
Yeah.
Whether it was through a learning process or through a book or something. But now with the internet, we receive so much every day for free because it's just there. And we can go and look, we can go and research anything without paying somebody for that knowledge. So we receive so much back, we don't realize it. So the thing about sharing then makes complete sense because we receive so much. And it's like this cup of mine. Let me just get my cup here. It's like this cup of mine. If it's full, I can't add more. So it's natural. I have to share it. I have to take it out, sharing it.
Yes.
That I can receive more.
And just on that concept, sorry, Haneli, just on that concept before it slipped off my mind, like you've said, when the cup is full, you can't keep pouring. Same as human beings. When you are all full and you're not giving out, it means you don't have room to bring in fresh.
Mm.
You don't have room to bring in new. Because you are full with old. You know, it's like stagnant water. When stagnant water is there, what do you expect? The breeding of insects, of mosquito, and it starts smelling. Same as human beings, when we're just too full with ourselves, we don't want to share, we start to stink at a certain point. We start to bring out negative energy. We start to have chronic diseases we shouldn't be having because we are too full and we are rigid and we've just held on. We don't want to share. We don't want to open up. We don't want to admit to some mistakes or to some challenges we are going through. We don't want to open up. So now when we learn to bring in new things, because like what we're doing right now, I'm learning from you. So I'm getting in new information from you, the new questions you're asking. It's something I would have not thought about, but I'm here pouring out and I'm putting in new things. So even us, you and me and everyone else in the world, if we keep on pouring out and we keep on receiving, we'll leave room to receive more new stuff in our lives. New energy, new thinking, new way of doing things, knowing other people, because we are open.
And you know, it's always a mutual process. It's never just a one-sided thing. It's like you learning from me, I'm learning from you. It's reciprocal. It's both sides. So it's never a win-lose situation ever, because it happens naturally, and that's how life works. You were just beautifully sharing earlier about nature.
Yeah.
About the earth giving us all this food and the water. What do we do for it? We didn't work for it. It's just there.
Yes. So, yeah, you're right.
And the earth doesn't ask us to pay for the food. The money doesn't go to the earth. The earth just provides.
No, it just provides. And it's just out there to say, if you're capable of getting this clean water, share it with the next person. If you're capable of getting this fresh fruit, share it with the next person. It's just there out to give. It's giving itself to us. Yeah. So with such circumstances and when we obey to such rules, we just ask ourselves, so who am I also giving out to? Who am I sharing out to? Yeah, is it adding value to both of us? Because it's supposed to be a two-way thing. Yeah.
So what is your feeling about what's happening on social media with the younger people, with the verbal abuse, with the bullying online? What advice would you give to young people when they get involved in such situations?
I think first of all, to start with, like I said, life is all about choices and decisions. So if you feel like you cannot comprehend social media, just cut off it. You lose nothing. Cut it off. Cut it off. Develop maturely, emotionally. You develop emotionally, develop physically, develop even spiritually, that you can handle some criticism. If you know that you can't handle the bullying, the negative energy that you're attracting and all that, it is still fine not being on social media. It is perfectly fine. No one has ever died not being on social media. So if you're in almost everything, every group, Instagram, Twitter, what, maybe cut it down. Cut down to something that is benefiting you, that you know that you can get the relevant information that you want, and also give yourself time. Are you on it every day? Are you on it every hour? Or are you able to control yourself that, okay, in the morning I'll only have a look at it in 30 minutes. After 30 minutes, I'm off to my work and I don't touch it, doesn't disturb me. Then I'll get back to it maybe to check in the evening before I sleep. Like, you just need to be self-disciplined. So know what you can take and know what you can't take. And sometimes, so these days I even tell the other kids I mentor, I ask them, so you're on social media, how much money are you spending on bundles, on internet? Okay, they'll tell me. So then, is that some money you're investing in that data, is it giving you back any value? Are you Is it giving you back any value other than you just checking through posts and posts and posts that end up driving you crazy and start thinking that this word is not a good word, or I need to, they actually reduce your self-esteem? Because I've seen that social media has reduced so many people's self-esteem and self-confidence because they think their friends has got a better kind of lifestyle which they're displaying on social media than actually them. Then therefore it affects them emotionally, and that reduces their self-esteem and their self-confidence. So I ask them, so if you put in all this money, then are you getting any value or any benefit from it? Then better still, can you develop a product that you can be selling on any of these platforms and earn a living? Or better still, start writing anything that is informative, that is encouraging, and you start giving out something better to the world. So for us now, the younger youth and the generations of now with this social media, we need to make a choice. Should I continue? Should I not continue? One thing I'll assure them is that life is too beautiful without social media. You can interact with other people normally. You can reduce the platforms of social media you're on and just manage one that works for you. Then also maybe discipline yourself with the times you visit the sites. It's still fine. It's just discipline. Then create time for other people. Life does not revolve around social media. No, before you know it, you're on social media every day, every year. You are also growing up. Before you know it, you are 25, you are 30 years, and what have you been doing? Spending time on social media. Did you take time to invest in yourself? No. So you're also losing out when you become a social media addict. You are wasting your own life, your own years, your own breath. That's why I was saying, does it add value to you? If it doesn't, stop it. Do something that adds value to you. Maybe go to school or read a book that is informative, that is exciting. Yeah. So we've got a choice to make and a decision to make. We don't need to be on all social media platforms. No.
You know, you make me now think of, I was actually writing about it this morning, about my own childhood. Now, I love the internet. I appreciate that we have all this available, that we can now speak like this.
Talk, yeah.
But what I was thinking about this morning is, when I was young, there was no internet. I grew up without the internet. The internet came very late in my years, and television as well. Television wasn't there when I grew up. And we were playing in the trees all the time, and on top of the roof of the house. We were doing performances for the neighbors' kids on top of the house. We did crazy stuff, but you know what it taught us? But what you know what it taught us is vision, to see the bigger picture from the top of the house, the bigger part of always being in the trees as well. See the bigger picture. Think strategically. That taught us that. And the other thing that taught us to think strategically was, we didn't have much toys. So we had to play with whatever was available. We played with sticks and stones, and we created farms. We had to be very imaginative to use what was available around us to play with it. We didn't have lots of toys, not at all. But it gave us all these beautiful skills that nobody can take away from us. And if you now combine the two worlds, the world of technology and that type of world, you're an incredible genius, because you stimulated your own mind. Something else didn't stimulate you. You were in command. You stimulated yourself. And that's powerful. That's powerful.
And have you noticed that because of the nature you grew up, because you had to use ingenuity, you are very clever. You make do with anything. For instance, you walk into a kitchen and you find that maybe one ingredient is missing. You definitely won't stop doing that thing. You say, okay, I can improvise. I can do this, even if this is missing. But nowadays, because one thing is missing, oh no, I can't do it because this is not there. Oh no, I can't go to the mall because the tax, you can't walk. Oh no, I can't cook for everyone because we are too many, and we need. There's always an excuse. Those days there was no excuse. You got to survive. So I could see there was so much. When you find yourself in a situation where you need to work for stuff, you find that even your creativity increases, your alertness increases, your ingenuity increases, you start thinking outside the box, because you know that there's no Google to help you. You know that there's no Google map to direct you where you're going. You needed to pay attention, and you study the environment. You say, did I pass through here? Oh, yes, I did pass through here. And you permanently get to know the direction. But now, because everything is so easy, oh no, I don't know. I can get lost if I don't have Google Map. This is where people get lost with that Google Map now. But imagine our ancestors were walking from South Africa to Zambia to West Africa on foot. They never got lost.
I'm so grateful you mentioned this, because it's one of my pet hates as well. Is I don't like a Google Maps GPS thing, because you don't. I travel a lot, so I learn. I love to remember the directions, and I look at the buildings and the environments and the parks and the people.
Yes.
Because if you're constantly on this thing, how can you see the people? How can you see the place?
You can't. You can't.
So you haven't.
It robs you off.
You haven't really been there. Your body was there, but you were not there, because you were focusing on this thing to show you where to drive to, or where to walk to, or whatever.
Yes.
It robs you from your imagination, from your attentiveness to what's going on around yourself.
Yes.
And it takes away satisfaction, because it's a lot of fun to have to ask somebody for the way, to say, you know, I'm lost. Can you show me the way? It creates a conversation.
Yes, that aspect even brings in the part I was talking about, social intelligence.
Yes.
Because only when you're socially intelligent can you actually become free to ask a stranger the direction of where you're going, or where can you get the closest thing. Have you ever wondered? I was checking out where you people used to knit. If a button has come out of your clothes or anything, or your zip has snapped, you'd always find a way to knit it out. You treasure it. You know, you still wear it. There's no problem. But right now, our generation, you can't even put your own button on your pants or on your shirt. You just throw it out, because you always think, I'm gonna get another one. It's okay. I've got plenty in there. So small little activities that we should have been doing now, that we don't need anyone else to do it, and even just show yourself to be responsible, have been taken away. Because those days, knitting your own jersey or gloves or scarf used to be a part of responsibility, and used to know that, oh, winter is coming, let's stitch a scarf, gloves. Oh, I'm giving a present. You are hand making it. You're not going to go to the shop and just buy it. Oh, it's Christmas is coming. What can I make? Boots. Okay, you make them. So such helps you to share your creativity, and that would bring out all the beautiful things about life. And you are communicating the actual truth that is coming from you. Whatever is of your core, you give out part of it. Yeah.
I love that. And you know, I don't know about you, but I'm like that. If somebody gives me something they made themselves, even if it's just a little card or whatever it is, it means so much more, because, like you say, they're given something from themselves through it.
Yes.
Not just the thing they went to buy on the shop shelf.
No.
Which you might not even like. It is that type of thing. So you're talking a lot today about meaning.
Yes.
You're talking about meaning. You're talking about purpose.
Yes.
So, Aretha, I'm really curious. I have to ask you this about mentoring. You were sharing that you're mentoring younger ones. What are you doing?
Yes. I've got different ones. I don't bundle them together. I deal with them separately, and most of the time, it's because I would share my story, or I would meet them in a working place. I got maybe to a shop, and I'm just talking to them by the counter. Maybe I'll just say, your hair looks nice, or what happened there? So that's how I've met most of them. So I don't bundle them together. I've learned to learn from them. I tell them, even I'm learning from you. So some of them, I'll ask what they're passionate about, and they'll tell me. Like one of them, her name is Winnie. She's passionate about literacy. So right now, she's busy. Actually, yesterday, she actually registered an organization, an NGO organization under our company registration. She's already started, but now yesterday she made it formal, because the vision is big, and I've been pushing her to do more. There's a school she's identified in the rural area just near Lusaka, and she goes there with books, and she teaches the younger ones who are 7 years and above, and even older women who are just sitting in their huts or by the roadside in the market. She just gathers different people who go there and they teach them how to read. And that's what she wants. That's what she wants to achieve. She just wants to open up a library in this rural area, and so that kids can go there and read and learn literacy skills, how to write, how to read. And different people who are passionate about that can also be going there to teach these children. And yes, I've been guiding her. What do you need to do this? How do you need sponsors? So the first thing is that you got to be legal in our environment, in our country. So you get to be legal, because everyone who wants to help would want to know, are you legally registered? Do you have accountability measures already put in there? Because having the passion is something else, and putting it into perspective is something else. So for instance, if you want to have other people coming on board, you need to put in all the strategic measures, all things that are very legal, and the other people can see transparency in what you're doing. It's not just about you benefiting, but it's really intended to the people you want to serve. So yes, I've been going with her. We've been doing stuff. We've managed to get some books from somewhere. So we are even still open to get any books from anywhere. Writing books, reading books, or exercise books, whatever, to just help this community. Others, it's mentorship through their careers. They'll come with issues. At work, my boss is bullying me. I'm overworking. I'm doing this. So you ask them, what do you want out of life? So you understand them, you understand emotionally what they're thinking, what they're doing. Sometimes it's because kids are used to being pampered. So when you investigate more and take time to chat with them and welcome them in your space, you start knowing that, okay, now this child, I think, just needs to be taught that this is life. You got to work. You go to work to work. You don't go to work to create relationships, to go and be loved. No, what results have you produced? How do you report for work? How are you dressed? How do you carry yourself as you are working? You know, is your boss getting value out of what you are doing? So I've got diverse most people I'm talking to. So it's all about understanding what their challenge is and seeing how I can help them and walk down with them. And of course, they get to do the work. I'm there to just advise. And because of my network also, maybe I can't do something, I'll refer them to my network. I'll just call up a friend and say, can you help this lady or this guy? You see, then if they are able to, then we proceed, they move. So if they got to do action, they need to do it. I don't do the action. Yes, there are times I'll maybe go with them for a meeting, I'll be part of the action. But it means they need to be there because they need to walk the journey. So, and then some instances where things don't work out, I tell them, it's a journey, you need to go through this. You can't run away from experience. You can't, as much as you've got a mentor, there are some paths you need to go through yourself because it will build your character. Yes, a mentor is supposed to shortcut your life, to guide you through, to prevent you from making the same mistake, yes, but there are some processes you need to go through yourself so that you build your character. Yeah, some paths can be avoided.
I love that. I love everything you're saying. You are such a physical manifestation of life, and just the way your passion, the way you speak about these things. But you bring out the most amazing part, the human part. They have to experience things themselves. You can't do it for them. There's things that you have to discover within yourself. Other people cannot do it for you. You have to do it. They can guide you and show you ways and things like that, but it's still up to you to do it.
Yes.
It's still up to you to do
So
it.
I can connect you to my network. I can connect you. I can give you advice based on my experience, but your experience might be different from mine. I'll give you, they say to be forewarned is to be forearmed. So it helps you to be armed as you are moving forward, as you're going through your own experience. You will know how to carry things. You know how to respond to things. You know not to freak out anyhow. You know how to respond. Why? Because a mentor has spoken to you and has prepared you, but you got to walk the path. No shortcut about it. You got to walk it. Yeah.
Do you have hope for humanity?
Yes. Yes. to eternity. My echo of yes is to eternity. To eternity. I still have hope for humanity. I still have that hope. So much so that I believe there's so much we can do and there's so much we can change.
You know, I'm just, as you're sharing that, I'm just thinking about Africa as a continent. Mm-hmm. And if you go and look at the figures, and I've forgotten them now, so I won't even try to share the figures around this, the statistics. Mm-hmm. But in 10 years' time, the amount of young people on this planet is going to be extraordinary in relation to young people on other continents. From a continental perspective. Yeah. That means that all this beautiful intelligence, the ingenuity you spoke about, the creativity is going to be on this continent, on the African continent. It's going to be wow. But like you say, the younger ones needs the guidance. They need the mentoring. They need somebody to hold their hand to show them there's other ways of doing things. Yes. And that's extraordinary because it shows that sometimes people from other continents think they've got all the answers for life, but they never realize this fact that from a population perspective, there will be more young people on this continent in the next 10 years than on all the others together. Yeah. Wow. And that is, and we don't want to make a human as a it's not a commodity, but it's powerful with all that creativity and that ingenuity. Yes. And that needs to be nurtured and nourished. We cannot expect it to come by itself. Somebody must nurture and nourish it and give the opportunities for that to grow. And something like you are doing it. So we are so delighted at what you are doing. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So thank you. Can the young ones or anybody else for that matter contact you afterwards to please to connect with you, to engage with you? Yes. So we will thank you for that. We will put your details at the back of the podcast for everybody and guys and girls and. I can just tell you that this woman sitting in front of you, the one with the blue dress there, she's one incredible young woman, dynamic, passionate. You saw her passion today yourself, and her dynamism, her energy, moreover her wisdom. So please reach out to her and. Yeah, Aretha, I'm always stunned when I connect to you, and I just want to thank you on behalf of humanity for what you are doing and what you are sharing with the world so graciously. Yeah, thank you. And everyone really take a few moments to connect with her on social media, wherever it is, and start a conversation with her. She has so much to share. And it's mutual. That's a mutual thing, like we said before. Yeah. Thank you, Aretha, do you have a message for the young ones? To all the young ones, I would want to say self-love is important. When we learn to love ourselves, it becomes very easy and beautiful also to love the next person right to you. We are talking about humanity. So if we're going to have so much hope and I have hope for humanity. So if we're going to look for a better humanity as we keep going, like you've said, the population for African youth will be tremendously high. So the onus is on the youth now that self-love is important. When they know how to love themselves and be confident enough, have self-esteem, then it will be easy for them to help the next person. And thereby the circle continues because we are sharing, and the circle continues. And this huge population we're talking about, the youth in Africa, will be a better humanity generation that will be so beautiful, very innovative. I always say, if Albert Einstein was to wake up today and you say, what? Are these gods? Are these human beings? So if our youth now starts to love themselves and start to do things that are adding value to the earth,
to the universe, next generation will be indescribably beautiful. So we got to love ourselves, then love the next other person and give out what is good. You know, we should not just be taking out, but we should always be giving out. And you never are young to give. You are never are young to share your experience, because we also get, I equally get inspired by the young ones I talk to. I get motivated. I feel young. I feel excited, you know, I feel a part of it. I was like, wow, brilliant energy. You know, it comes. So what do you want us to do? We're doing this. Okay, let's go. Let me call this. Let me do this. So you get to get out of your comfort zone. You learn to share. So your energy keeps on renewing every day and every now, and even your vitality is just like beautiful. Because you love yourself, then definitely you'll love the next person, because you don't want to see anything that is not good happen to the next other person. So self-love is one thing I want to tell the youth. And also, let's also work in purpose. Let's not just wake up every day and do stuff we are not happy about, but let's work in purpose, fulfilling what we are passionate about, discovering what would you give to the world? What would we also share with what we have already, and what would we share with the world? So living a life full of purpose is also very important. Like, what defines you? What makes you wake up in the morning? What do you love to do? What would you love to do for humanity? Those are questions as youth they should wake up asking themselves. It's not just all about me. No. What am I passionate about? What's my purpose? What would I love to do every day? What makes me happy? What makes me smile? Then do it. Do it without expectations, because it will definitely come when it's pure. I believe in a good intention. When your intention is pure and good, the end result is always beautiful. I believe in that, and I believe in divine timing, that patience, as we are growing up as youth, be patient, exercise patience. Whatever you are thinking of doing will definitely happen, no matter how long it will take. So those are virtues we need to cultivate as youth to be ready to conquer the world.
Oh, yeah. You know, when I'm speechless, you must know. I'm really thankful that you joined us today.
Yeah.
For all the wisdom you shared in such a small time. You shared so much, and everybody else, really, I'd like to invite you to reach out to Aretha and to connect with her. And yes, I'm speechless. So thank you, Aretha.
And thank you so much, and thank you for hosting me, for having me on your platform, and thank you to everyone. You know, let's keep on sharing the message of hope, the message of love. Nothing surpasses that. Yeah. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. I'm so grateful. I'm full of gratitude.
That's so beautiful. Thank you so much.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you. You have a lovely day. Yeah. And the rest of the week be restful. Okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you, everyone. We'll see you soon.